An 1,100-pound door does not simply need a larger-looking pull. The useful question is how a pair of pulls, their fasteners, the protection plates, the door construction, and the reinforcement will act as one system. This recorded application study began with a very heavy door and a request for back-to-back Rockwood pulls. It also produced a valuable correction. An elegant catalog idea was not the manufacturer's final recommendation. We will follow that change, compare the hardware, and finish with a specification checklist that keeps the field team out of a costly rework. The original conversation considered using two in-stock Rockwood 107 pulls with protection plates. The requested geometry was an 8-inch center-to-center pull, mounted back-to-back, with a plate on each face of the door. That sounds like a parts list exercise, but it is really a preparation exercise. The two pulls in a back-to-back pair are not interchangeable stock pieces with a loose bolt added later. Their internal drilling, tapping, conehead connection, set screw location, and bolt length have to match the door and plate package. The supplied Rockwood sheet shows why model selection cannot stop at center-to-center dimensions. The 107 is a 3/4-inch diameter pull with 8-inch centers. The 110 RKW keeps the same 8-inch centers but increases the pull diameter to 1 inch. The sheet lists a 3½ inch projection for stainless steel, 3 inches for brass or bronze, and corresponding clearances of 2½ or 2 inches. Current Rockwood product information still identifies the 110 family as 1-inch diameter pulls with back-to-back mounting options. The larger body is also necessary for mounting types that require more internal preparation. The conversation briefly explored converting stocked pulls. That approach was rejected. A proper back-to-back pair receives different preparation on each member. One pull may be drilled and tapped for the connecting stud. Its mate may be bored to cover the cone head and cross-drilled for a retaining set screw. Field drilling of finished pull creates alignment, wall thickness, finish, and warranty problems. The safer specification is one coordinated line item, the pull model and center spacing, the selected mounting type, the door construction and thickness, the plates, the finish, and the required hand or side relationship. The first recommendation was Rockwood Type 11XHD. The supplied mounting sheet shows a back-to-back wood or metal door assembly with spanner collars, 3/8/16 hardware, a 3/32 drill size, and a minimum 1-inch pull diameter. Its appeal is mechanical. Opposite right and left-hand threads let the spanner connection draw both pulls toward the door while the collar is tightened. On paper, that is a persuasive severe duty concept. But a catalog drawing establishes geometry, not approval for every pull, plate, door, and manufacturing combination. That distinction becomes the central lesson. In the follow-up call, Rockwood said Type 11XHD was not applicable to the actual combination and advised that Type 5HD would work. The reason for disqualifying 11XHD was not captured, so this lesson will not invent one. That is exactly how a responsible hardware decision should be recorded: show the initial reasoning, then let the manufacturer's case-specific direction control the release. Rockwood's current public information continues to identify Type 5 as back-to-back mounting for wood or metal doors, and its Knowledge Center identifies Type 5 and 5HD as the concealed fastener choices for that condition. The supplied mounting sheet diagrams Type 5 and 5HD. The heavy-duty row uses 5/16/18 hardware and a 9/32 drill size. As described in the recorded application, the connecting stud threads into the drilled and tapped pull. The mating pull fits over the cone head, and a crossboard set screw retains that pull. The factory's current template and supplied hardware must govern the actual preparation. This video is not a drilling template. The important concept is that the two pulls perform different jobs. If they arrive prepared identically, the back-to-back assembly is not ready for this mounting method. The follow-up also corrected the language used to place the two prepared pulls. Push side and pull side are unreliable by themselves because an opening may swing into or out of a room. Identify the secured approach side and the unsecured, authorized side instead. In this application discussion, the pull carrying the retaining set screw belonged on the inside or unsecured side, or an authorized person could service it after gaining access. Put that relationship on the submittal drawing. Do not leave the installer to infer it from handing or swing alone. For the protection plate, the conversation moved to Rockwood number 73. The supplied sheet identifies this plate as 0.125 inch thick, a true 1/8 inch plate, with 4 beveled edges. Standard sizes include 4x16, 6x16, 8x16, and 4x20, with custom sizes available on request. The plate's surface screws hold the plate to the door, they are not the structural back-to-back pull connection. Even though two 1/8 inch plates add only a 1/4 inch to the stack, the order should state the finished door thickness in both plates so Rockwood can supply the correct connection length in preparation. Installation begins before the holes are drilled. Confirm that the door manufacturer approves the pull load path and that reinforcement exists where required. Lay out the pull centers and plate locations from the current factory template. The prepared pull, connecting hardware, plates, door thickness, and mating pull must stack without forcing or bottoming the stud. Then secure the retained pull with the specified set screw and surface mount the protection plates with their approved fasteners. Do not substitute a larger drill, shorten a special stud, or add an improvised sleeve because the parts almost fit. Stop and resolve the mismatch with the manufacturer. A complete release should identify the pull model, diameter, center-to-center dimension, base material, and finish. Add the approved mounting type, door material, finished door thickness, and reinforcement requirement. Identify the plate model, size, finish, and hole treatment. State which prepared pull faces the secured approach and which faces the authorized interior. Include the current manufacturer drawing or template revision and record the approval that resolved any unusual combination. Finally, verify that the pull clearance, projection, surrounding hardware, and accessible route all work together. A good part number is not a substitute for a coordinated opening. One more caution, an 1,100-pound door weight is not a published load rating for this pull assembly. It is a signal that the opening deserves project-specific engineering. The pivots or hinges, frame anchorage, door reinforcement, closer or operator, stops, floor structure, and expected traffic may matter more to safety than the pull itself. A pull is an operating interface, not a structural support for the door. Use the weight to trigger questions, documentation, and manufacturer coordination, never to claim that a catalog mounting is automatically adequate. The practical takeaway is simple. Choose geometry that can accept the required preparation. Do not convert two standard pulls into a back-to-back pair in the field. Treat 11xHD as the documented initial hypothesis, not the final answer for this case. Rockwood's follow-up selected Type 5HD, and that case-specific direction controls. Put the secured side relationship, door and plate thickness, reinforcement, and current template on the release. For unusual openings, specify the mounting system before ordering the metal. That is how a heavy door receives hardware that can be installed, serviced, and verified.